Hopefully y'all are having a great day so far. We'll see how this kind of works out. I'm trying to go live on my way to my first stop. I have a pop socket. Those of you that don't know, that's a little thing that goes on the back of your phone that allows you to hold it. And I got one of those holders that, you can put on your windshield or whatever. So I figure we try to go live. Hopefully it's not shaking an ungodly amount or anything. Looks like it may be. Don't know how well it'll actually work out. Plus, of course, we're relying on cell phone service for this live stream. So hopefully, like I said, if nothing else, maybe if you have like a premium or something, it may just be a stream that you just kind of want to sit back and listen to. I know a lot of you right now, probably like me, heading to your first, second, third, or if you work for one of these larger companies, maybe your fourth, fifth stop of the day. We're heading right now. And by the way, if you have any questions or anything, that's what these live streams are for, of course. And again, sorry about bumpy. That's why I was mentioning it may be one of those streams you all have to want to listen to instead of physically watch, because I'm trying to get this thing set up to where it's not quite so bumpy for you all. It's like every bump is taking you all for a ride. But I think what I'll do is I'll actually take you all down here and I'll just keep you all like this. It'd be easier this way than having you all bumping like crazy. But we are heading to first stop of the day. Like mentioned, if you're in our Discord group or Facebook group or anything like that, hopefully the connection is good. Hopefully I'm not missing any questions or anything. See, we got about 5 or 10 of y'all joining in so far. Hopefully y'all are having a great morning. I have actually been up already, believe it or not, for about 5 hours, which makes it crazy that I'm actually heading to my first stop. I'm actually in the process of doing a video for you all right now, just kind of like walking you through a day in the life of me, pest control business owner. I know we got a lot of owners probably even in here right now, but also a lot of aspiring, pest control business owners. So I'm in the process of creating a video. It's actually going to take a lot longer than I actually expected, in all honesty. There's a lot of parts that go into it. I'm trying to figure out, what to put in the video, what not to put in the video, some, avoid filler and all that type of stuff. Just trying to give you all the goods, essentially, in terms of what it takes out here day to day running a pest control business. And what I was mentioning earlier is I've been up for about 5 hours already. And I was saying that's crazy because I'm heading to my first stop. So what have I been doing the last 5 hours, 4.5 to 5 hours? One, of course, got up, got my workout in, as you all will see in that video once it releases here, probably for the next few days to a week at the most. Got up, got the workout in, decided to finally, get myself out of bed. I woke up incredibly early compared to usual. In all honesty, I'm not the type to get up at 4 or 5 in the morning every day or anything like that. Just woke up, couldn't get back to sleep, so decided, let's go get a good workout in. Worked out for about half an hour or so. Of course, went, got the wife coffee, got me a little coffee because I knew it's going to be a long day today. It's supposed to be about 110 degrees here in the Dallas, Texas area. Matter of fact, it's already 92 and it's not even 9:30 in the morning yet. So yeah, it's going to be a hot one today. We've got 10 or 11 stops total on the schedule today. First one we're heading to is a commercial account, just a little restaurant. It takes about 15 minutes for me to get there, hence why I decided, let's go ahead and go live for the people. I was hoping that this mount would do a little bit better. I was hoping I wasn't going to have to hold the phone or anything like that, but apparently it's just a little bit too bumpy there, so that's why I'm holding the phone now instead. Don't worry, I'm not staring at the phone while driving or anything like that. But of course, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, do not hesitate to ask. That's what I always do these live streams for, to just answer any questions, almost like a Q&A type of thing when it comes to our live. And then I just, of course, provide some commentary in between. we also, within our 10 or 11 stops we have today, we have 2 new starts. Shout out to the wife. She's been killing it answering the phones lately. I actually sat down and listened. I don't think she knows this, but I did sit down and listen to a couple of her recordings last night, and she's doing pretty dang good, in all honesty. She has a background in answering phones and stuff, so I knew she would, it would carry over. She was actually joking with me, mentioning that she almost accidentally slipped up and said welcome to the company she used to work for like years ago now, because she's been a stay-at-home mom for about a year or two now. It was just funny, but yeah, no, she's doing great. She sold 2 new starts for today. One is a quarterly customer paying for the year up front, so we always love that, of course. They got on our promo deal. They're only paying something like forget what they're going to pay actually, either $445, $475, something like that. Smaller home, nothing crazy, right down the road from us practically, thanks to the Google business profile, of course. And then the other one is a quarterly account as well, and I believe that one they are actually interested in termite protection. She did say, oh, I didn't even see that on, because this was actually a customer who submitted one of our lead forms, and she sold that, but she didn't see the termite part, so she only sold the general pest. So I'm going to go out there and try to convert them to a pest and termite plan, as that might be the better option for them in terms of, what they're wanting versus, of course, the value and all that stuff. So yeah, other than that, like I said, we're heading to a commercial account right now. This one, it's just a little restaurant in the Rockwall, Texas area. They have been a customer of ours for, I want to say about a year now. Actually, I think they're like right on a year that they've been a customer with us. They have us just come out, kind of do the monthly maintenance stuff. They never really have too many issues. Their main issue, like a lot of restaurants, is roaches, but not German roaches, thankfully. They had a very minor German roach problem whenever they switched over to us. We pretty much finished knocking them out. I never see, any German roaches in our blue boards or anything like that. Just a couple of American roaches, aka water bugs is what people down here like to call them. So we just, keep up on that. Other than that, they don't really deal with many issues, of course, after being with us as long as they have. It's just kind of a maintenance thing. And then we've got, like I said, those 2 initials. We've got, 7 or 8, something like that. General pests, regular services. I think we might have 1 or 2 mosquito services today. Just, nice full day, of course. Beginning of the month shenanigans, as I like to call it, where you're trying to get the route done, you're having new starts. It's actually a point that I want to bring up. Hopefully my connection is good right now, because I want to make a point that I think will be really good for those of you who you're either at the same stage that I'm at, where you're growing, or you haven't even started your business yet, which is when it comes to scheduling. I've found that the best way to go about your schedule in terms of recurring services, one, when you set up the customer as, say a quarterly pest control customer or monthly or anything like that, right? Just tell them that, your service is going to be due within the calendar month. It's not going to be done the same day. It's not going to be done the same week, anything like that at all. It'll fluctuate, sometimes I might be out early in the month, sometimes it might be the last week of the month, but I am going to come out every quarter. I'm going to come out, every month, whatever the frequency may be. That gives you a lot of flexibility when it comes to your new starts. So my wife seen my schedule and she was like, I don't know where to put these new starts because, your schedule's looking pretty full. And I was like, no, let me break it down to you. And this is what I love about Gorilla Desk, and I'm pretty sure a lot of platforms actually offer this too. But we can go in there and label, like color code a item on the schedule. So what it means is gray would be unconfirmed, meaning the time, date, all that has not been confirmed. Green means, that's confirmed. You can even lock an appointment so it can't be moved. Then there's, orange for reschedule. You can do all these different labels. So it'll help you or your scheduler or whoever's handling, that side of it, it makes it easier for scheduling your new starts first and foremost from the, technical side of things, but also you have a lot of wiggle room from the standpoint of, okay, yeah, sure, we have our schedule, but we don't reach out to customers to confirm the appointment until the evening before, usually between the hours of 5 to 8 p.m. roughly. So that's a little hack, quote unquote, for you all in terms of scheduling. If you're, like I said, either just beginning or up and coming, kind of like us, it helps a lot to have that flexibility with your schedule. And maybe you don't want that flexibility. I don't know. I know my cousin, like I mentioned, I bring him up from time to time because he has a pest control business in the Midwest. He, for the longest, I think he's slowly adopting kind of what we do, but for the longest, he would kind of set everybody. I don't recall if he was doing like same day, same week, or what, but he would try to, set them up, same type of day, same time frame, all of that. And it's too confining because, say, especially in a big area like where I'm at in Dallas Fort Worth, I mean, it's so massive, east to west, north to south, northwest to southeast, etc. Say I have a stop, right? I have my stuff scheduled and I get a new start who is, we'll just say 30 minutes away, right, from where my quote unquote scheduled stops are. And I'm not gonna be in that area because I've confined my schedule to everyone knows exactly where they're going every month, every quarter, whatever. You may now not be able to get out to that customer realistically, from a routing standpoint, time standpoint, for who knows, days or a week plus. And this is where I actually get a lot of customers. We get so many new starts. I would say at least on a weekly basis, roughly. At least one customer a week will reach out to us and they'll be like, how soon can you get out here by chance? And we'll be like, I mean, we would say today, but it's already afternoon, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, oh, do you have anything next week? And we're like, oh, I mean, we have stuff available for tomorrow, next day. Is there a day this week that you'd want to go? Or say it's Friday or something, do you want to go Monday, whatever the case may be? And they're like, oh, wow, you all can get out here quick. And it's like, yeah, because we want the sale at the end of the day. The more the customer has time to think about it, maybe even call around for another, couple other companies to either see if they can come out sooner, or maybe they can have a, quote unquote better price, which we all know you get what you pay for out here, but the customers don't always know that, obviously. We want to come out there as soon as possible to close the sale at the end of the day. Like I said, it's about, I don't know if confining is the right word, but I believe it is. Confining, you don't want to over-confine, over-restrict your schedule to where, I mean, I've heard some where it's like, yeah, this company, I forget their name, they said they couldn't come out for 3 weeks. And I'm like, 3 weeks? What the hell? What's going on over there? Either you are severely understaffed, which, smaller, medium-sized companies, it's not uncommon to be understaffed, of course, but to the point where you're not able to get out to an account for 3 weeks, there's more than just understaffing going on there. You need to figure out what's going on with your scheduling, because you guys are going to miss out on a lot of customers if that's how you're running your operation. So like I said, how we do it is we don't confirm any of our appointments until the night before, unless if, like I said, say we have a new start who they called a few days to a week in advance. Obviously, their appointment is confirmed first and foremost. But in terms of our recurring, they just know that we're going to come out, in X months. So, and that's where the service agreement comes in handy too, right? Like I tell people, it's not a contract, it's not tying you down or anything like that. It's just laying out the expectations of what to expect from us. You see that we're going to be out, for example, customers that sign up in August. We're going to be out in August. We're going to be out in November. We're going to be out in, what would that be, February, I believe. We're going to be out, February. And then we're going to be out in May. So you know, it gives that customer an expectation. I actually just had this question last night from a customer who, she's been with us for 1 to 2 years. She started seeing some spiders in her home. Very common issue right now because it's so damn dry out here. Praying for some rain. But yeah, what were we talking about? Yeah, she was talking about spiders, and I was like, yeah, we're actually scheduled to come out this month, and I was actually going to be by next week. So what I'll do is since I'm going to be in the area, I'll go ahead and just pull up your service to this week so I can go ahead and get out there for you. And she just asked, she wasn't like being, you know, bitchy or anything about it. She was just like, hey, also just out of curiosity, do you come like every 6 weeks, 8 weeks? Like, how often do you come out? And I was like, oh yeah, no. I was kind of surprised because she, like I said, has been a customer for 1 to 2 years now. So I think right at 1.5 to 2 years. And I was just kind of surprised by that. Now I can put you guys back up here since we're not moving anymore. What was I saying? Yeah, it was kind of surprising that she asked it, because I was like, man, you've been a customer for how long now? But I explained it to her. I was just like, yeah, so I'm out for her bi-monthly. I was like, we're out every 2 months. So, you know, last time I was out was June, and now that it's August, you know, your service is due in terms of being done. If you need an extra service, you know, in between, that's not a problem. But when we're already in the service month, we just go ahead and, you know, get your service done and get you all taken care of. And then of course, you know, it's guaranteed in between. So say you have an issue still a week or so down the road, you just let me know and we'll go ahead and set that follow-up service for you. And she was like, okay, yeah, no, that definitely makes sense. Awesome. I appreciate it. She's one who actually does pay per service, so it makes a little sense. She kind of wants to know roughly in terms of when the payment is going to come out, or not come out, because they actually pay us through Zelle. But yeah, so like I said, that is probably like the best tip that I can give for this live stream specifically, since I'm about to wrap it up, is when it comes to your scheduling, do not constrict, confine, however you want to describe it. Do not restrict yourself because of a set schedule, month to month, quarter to quarter. Tell your customers their service months, which seems pretty basic, but some people mess it up for some reason. I don't know why. Just let them know what months you're going to be out, and then let them know we'll always confirm your appointment 24 to 48 hours in advance. And then if you have a question about the schedule date or anything like that, just let us know and we'll be happy to answer it for you. But yeah, we actually just arrived to the first stop of the day. Like I said, we were on our way over here. It's a commercial account. It'll probably take me, by the way, I'm interested to know if you're watching this either live or after it goes from a live to a video. For those of you that do commercial accounts like restaurants, anything like that, let me know, how long do you all spend in commercial accounts? Because I constantly get referrals and compliments from specifically restaurant owners who are like, man, like you go above and beyond. Like the last company or multiple companies we use, they would come in, be in and out in like 2 to 5 minutes. You're here like, you know, at the bare minimum, usually 10 to 20 minutes. So just from a time standpoint, they see the increased value, which like I tell them, sometimes I'll be here longer, sometimes I'll be here shorter, but I was like, we should never, you know, be in and out in 2 to 5 minutes. I don't care how quick or good you are at the job. There's a reason why, in my opinion, they end up calling me, because like I said, that word of mouth spreads like a wildfire when it comes to the commercial work. And yeah, we notice our customers are super satisfied. And like I said, we're not spending a crazy amount of time. It's just instead of going in doing a splash and dash 2 to 5 minute service, we're in there. Like this one, for example, I'll probably be in there anywhere between 10-15 minutes. Like I said, nothing crazy, but they see the value because we're doing what needs to be done, and they're seeing the results in terms of dead bugs, very little to no live activity, and you know, the glue boards being changed out, like all sorts of stuff like that. So I'm interested to know, like I said, y'all can let me know either in the chat or after this video goes from a live to a video. And let me know too, for those of you that'll see this after, you know, it goes up to like a video format, do you guys want me to do more streams like this where I kind of take you on a ride with me, regardless if it's like first stop of the day or last stop of the day, riding home, whatever the case may be, where I just have a quick, you know, 10 to 30 minutes to sit down and do a little chat with you all, just chat some business stuff and, you know, answer your all's questions. I don't think we've had any questions this morning, but I'm sure a lot of y'all are busy working at the moment, just like me. Gonna be a long, hot one today. Like I said, it's 91 to 92 degrees. It keeps going back and forth on my truck, and it's just now 9:30. So pray for your boy out here. Pray for all of us, as a matter of fact, in the South, because it's a hot one this week, and hopefully we'll all stay safe out here. And I guess if y'all have any suggestions, questions, anything like that, shout it out in the comments once this goes from a live to a video. Otherwise, I'll see y'all in the next stream or video. By the way, speaking of video, we are going to have a video go up around 5 p.m. Central Time today, specifically about Google local services. We had a question from, I believe it was Estevan. If it wasn't Estevan, I apologize to whoever it was, asking about how much money did I spend on Google local services my first year. I think you guys will really like that video. I even learned a thing or two about it, because I didn't realize like how much we'd actually spent that first year. And it's a fairly short video, less than 10 minutes. How's it going there, Mr. William Brown? Love the live vids. Awesome. Yeah, no, I'm gonna try to do this more often, like, you know, like ride along with me. Like I said, even if it's just a quick little 5 to 30 minute session with you all. You know, if you guys like them, I'll keep doing them for you for sure. And like I said, we'll have that video going up around 5 p.m. today, Central Time, so 6 p.m. if you're on the East Coast. I think on the West Coast, that'd be like 3 p.m. roughly. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. If you haven't already, like the stream or like the video once it goes from a stream to a video, whenever you're viewing. And if you haven't already, subscribe below, and I'll see you guys in tonight's video. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe out there.